Hello friends, welcome back to another video. So friends, today in this video we are going to discuss with you what is the position of rule of law under the Indian Constitution. We have already gone through a video in which we have stated that what is the general meaning of rule of law in the UK as well as in the Indian Constitution and what are its general meanings and its elements. So now today we are only going to cover as to what is the position of rule of law under the Constitution of India. So friends, if you have not seen this video, you can check it from the bell icon and watch it from the playlist of administrative law. So there are few points as to what are the main element or points in which the main rule of law is found under the Indian Constitution. So the first point is supremacy of the Constitution. Dicey's doctrine. What is the Dicey doctrine says? We have already discussed in that video on the bell icon as to what is the meaning of rule of law. So supremacy of the Constitution provides that it has been accepted and embodied in the Constitution, unlike that a supremacy of the Constitution is found in the Indian Constitution as well, because the preamble includes the ideals of justice, liberty and equality. These concepts are enshrined in Part 3 as fundamental rights and are made enforceable under the Indian Constitution. The principle of judicial review is enshrined in the Constitution and subjects can approach High Court under Article 226 of the Constitution of India and the Supreme Courts under Article 32 for enforcements of the fundamental rights as guaranteed under the Indian Constitution. So the main first point our is the supremacy of the Constitution. Second main point is constitutional requirements of equality. Equality before law as postulate of rule of law has been accepted and adopted under the Article 14 of Indian Constitution. The maxim, the king can do no wrong, is also found in the UK, but it has not been found in Indian Constitution. It is also to be noted that the maxim, the king can do no wrong, has no application in India. It was applicable in the law of the UK. The government and the public authorities are subject to the jurisdiction of the ordinary courts of law. Third main point is rule of law as legal concept. The basic concept of the rule of law is not a defined legal concept. The courts would not declare any positive law to be invalid on the ground that it violates the content of rule of law. Fourth main point is rule of law as a feature of basic structure. In the case law, very prominent case law is Keshwanand Bharti versus State of Kerala. Some of the judges constituting majority were of the opinion that the rule of law was an aspect of the doctrine of basic structure of constitution, which even the plenary power of the parliament cannot reach to amend. Fifth point is elimination of arbitrariness and not of discretion. In a rule of law society, the executive is required to observe. I want to repeat it again also, this para, point 5 is elimination of arbitrariness and not of discretion. So from the point of view of Indian Constitution, Indian conception of rule of law, it eliminated arbitrariness and not discretionary power. Next, sixth point is compliance with the requirements of law. In a rule of law society, the executive of, from the point of view, the Indian conception of rule of law, sixth point is compliance with the requirements of law, which provides that in a rule of law society, the executive is required to observe and comply with the requirement of law. Last, main and seventh point is regarding a position of rule of law under the Indian Constitution is public interest in security of social welfare. The rule of law notion as evolved by the Indian courts extends to the protection of social welfare as well, because there are certain articles which provides for the general welfare and social welfare of the general public, which is also enshrined under Indian Constitution, and especially in part 4, part 3, and also contained in the directive states policies, which is provide or enshrined under the Indian Constitution. So these are the basics rule of law as to how it provides under the Constitution in India, and how its position is covered in Indian Constitution, because as we know that this is one of the principle of England. So this is a very important to note also in your examination, if any question come regarding this point as to what is the rule of law and the position of it under the Indian Constitution. So basically this is the topics which we covered today regarding a rule of law and its position under the Indian Constitution. So friends, if you like this video, please don't forget to subscribe my channel and share the videos with us, so that everyone will get the knowledge about law for their examination purposes or for any entrance like. Thanks for watching this video.